Maria Bello, everybody, Maria Bello. Hey, baby.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hi.
you look funky.
Thank you. I'm
Oh.
only funky because this is the honest-to-God truth. I was doing a press junket all day. I put my dress on for the premiere, this really fabulous Franco Kaufman dress. And I realized when I sat down, my whole boob would come out.
That's okay.
Yeah, really, if I sat like this, it would go boink. Is that a problem?
Do that again. It looks fine to me. I don't have no problem with it. But I like what you're doing. I like the kind of like,
Thank you.
oh, distressed jeans and then fabulous shoes. It's good. How have you been?
Better than ever.
You don't look any different.
You're lying.
Well,
I've known you for a lot of years.
No, you don't look any different at all. I mean, I thought, when you came out with your news, you might look a little different, but you look exactly the same.
Different how?
Well, I don't know. More flannel, maybe?
Shorter hair?
Yeah, maybe a little
No
bit.
makeup?
No, you look great. Are you okay?
Thank you. Better than ever.
Good, good.
I feel like I'm following in your footsteps because
I'm not gay,
writing
though.
my
I never
book.
came out as... Well, no, I haven't.
That's the crazy thing. When my New York Times article came out,
Right.
It was about Jackson and me being sick, and it was about the labels you put on love, and
Right.
somehow, and I realized that the person I do my homework with, his homework with, the person I sleep with, the person who is my mother, they're all my partners in life,
Sure.
and love is love. Whatever love is love. And my
Yeah.
son.
Hold on a second. This is just for legal reasons. Just for legal reasons. Within the bounds of the law, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but, yeah.
The only difference in it is our two books is that you ended up in Glasgow on the street naked, and I don't. I end up in other places naked, but not in Glasgow on the street.
Not yet.
It might be coming.
Never say never. Have you ever been to Glasgow?
No, will I?
Well, then, when you go there first and see if you get out with your clothes on. You good? What have you been up to then? What's happening? What's going on?
You know, I'm going to Italy on...
Stop it.
Yes!
Really? Oh, Bello, of course, your family.
Bello family.
Hey, what's the coming to go, Hagenabush?
Yes, exactly
Yeah.
right.
Where are your family from in Italy?
They're from, my grandmother's from Pesaro on the northeastern seacoast. Do you like that accent?
Yeah, it
for
was
you?
good there, yeah.
Mandela. How's that? They're the
That's
only
good.
two things I can say.
I know, that's like when anchor people have to say Nicaragua and they say, today in Nicaragua.
Or Pakistan.
Pakistan, yeah, today in Pakistan.
No, there's 16 of us going on a bus. It's my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Oh, that's adorable.
And it's my mom's biggest dream. So we're all going. In our bus, we call it Bello's Bowls. It's based after the meatballs we make in our family, the recipe, Bello's Bowls.
Okay.
The best meatballs you ever tasted in your life.
Well, I've tasted a lot of meatballs, let me tell you.
I don't think so.
Yes, actually. In Glasgow, there's a
Really?
huge Italian community in Glasgow. This is absolutely true. So when I was a kid, before restaurants were good in Glasgow, before the Indian and Pakistan community came in and opened up great Indian and Pakistani restaurants, the only good food was Italian food, Italian fish and chips and Italian pastas and stuff. And you could always get good coffee in Glasgow because of the Italian community. So you might end up...
Do you understand what he just said? Excuse me. Italian fish and chips.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's Italians making fish and chips. What they do is they get fish and what we would call French fries, and they make them together. I thought until I was about 40 that fish and chips was an Italian dish.
Well, now you're a little older.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
know that.
52. 52. I've had cameras in my butt.
Me too. I had a parasite last summer. Right.
No, in your
Right.
bumpy?
In my bum.
How did you get that?
When I went to Africa, the last time I was on your show, I was going to Africa with my
Right.
mother and my son's dad, and I knew I was feeling ill on your show. And
Maybe you just thought
and
it was the show.
right after I got home from Africa, I got really sick and was in bed for a couple of months in the hospital. And
Was it like, so it wasn't from Africa then, it was from the show?
it was from Haiti. Yeah, exactly. I work in Haiti, so I was there for years and years, and I traveled to Africa, and something, it just sort of built up, all these parasites.
Oh,
but it was great. It was great in a way.
Did they have to clean you out?
Yep.
That's a big day, isn't it?
Yeah. Big days.
Days?
Days.
So you were on a drip and they were like running stuff through you?
All of it.
Oh my Lord.
You didn't have that?
No.
You just had the one day?
No, I had one day of not eating, and then they give you the big
Up
trigger.
gas.
Yeah. No.
No?
No. It was an oral pill, actually.
Really?
And then it kicked in and everything left.
Dilaudid.
Dilaudid?
Is that what it's
I was dilaudid when it was over, let me tell you that. True. But I wasn't dilaudid during it. No, so you had a parasite? That's outrageous. And then what happened? So that goes away, and then you went to Italy? No, you're not going to. You haven't been to Italy yet.
I'm going to.
Right,
And
okay.
now I'm doing press for third person.
Right, you're doing. Oh, you did the movie, of course. The movie. That's what I'm trying. The movie looks great. That's Mila's in it. Mila's a friend of mine too. Did you guys get on all right?
She is wonderful.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
I know.
And authentic and real and down to earth, and she makes me laugh. And a great actress.
Yeah, I know.
To do those scenes with her, I was overjoyed.
No, she's the real deal. She really is.
She really is.
Yeah,
and by the way, she's pregnant, which everybody knows now. She's like this big. I told you before I gained 72 pounds when I was pregnant. I was like a $192. I was.
That's a lot.
And
That's a lot for you. Yeah.
And
Did you get so fat? Because like my wife, when she got pregnant in the last month, her eyes started to get squished. I was like, "You okay, baby?" She was like, "No, my eyes are getting squished."
Was she wearing your shoes by the end?
Oh man, she wasn't wearing anybody's shoes. It was just like, "Wah." And there was hair on her feet.
Yeah. That was me.
Yeah. It was like Lord of the Rings where my eyes were. But still beautiful, just still beautiful, but like different kind of beautiful.
Well, I have to say you're lying a little bit, because my son's dad and my friends told me while I was pregnant, "You look so beautiful." And I would say, "I'm really heavy." And they'd be like, "No, you're gorgeous." Then after I had Jack, they were like, "You were really big. You were big."
Well, that may be so, but I'm not lying about with my wife. With Megan, she was like, well, I think we were still,
Oh, really?
Oh, like on the way to the hospital.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All I was
that
doing
woman
was
does
hugging.
it for me. I'm telling you, I'm like, yeah. She's like, "My feet are hairy, my eyes are squished." I'm like,
I love you anyway. Or more because of it.
Yeah. True story. Yeah, it's true. That's crazy.
I just hugged a pillow and ate bagels.
Yeah, I did that when she was in the delivery room. Yeah. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Did they offer you a mirror when you had Jackson? Like,
yes.
So yeah.
Yes, they did. And I was so, it was 22 hours in a thunderstorm without an aspirin. I gave birth at home, and they said I was in transition, and the midwife said, "That's a good thing. It means baby's coming." I was like, "Get the baby out! I don't like transition!" And suddenly she put the mirror there, and I saw his head, and all I said was, "Come on, buddy, we can do it." Then he came out.
Do you know what would be weird? If the head came out and then you said something and he went back in. Then what do you do? I'd be like, "No, I'm staying in here."
Mom, you're...
I kind of freaked myself out a little bit there.
Did you see him being delivered?
Oh yeah, I saw everything.
Catch.
Mm-hmm.
Cut.
Mm-hmm. And clean.
Oh.
Just the floor.
Not the fur?
No. We have to take a break. We'll be right back with Maria Bello, everybody. We'll be right back. And it's over. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's a good thing. We're back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Just catching up.
Just catching up. Just talking about babies. Not really. We're talking about the inventory process of writing a book about your life, which is it's difficult.
It's very difficult. I was saying when he and I met, he was in the process of writing his book. I was writing a novel. Now it's turned into this whole other thing. But it's not a memoir. It's really essays about all the different partners I've had in my life and the lessons I've learned. It is.
You know, what I feel about writing these days is, like, I don't care if it's, you know, remember that whole James Frey, is it true, is it not true? I was like... $1
Million Baby?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like Million Little Pieces.
That's right.
And people are like, oh, it's not true. And like, Oprah was mad because a junkie lied to her. I'm like,
right.
It's kind of what they do, Oprah, you know? And I think that, you know, good writing for me is good writing. I don't care.
I agree.
I don't care. You know, I mean, I want the truth from, you know, news outlets. But, you know, if it's in a book...
Exactly, and we all have our own experience
and
of
also,
what happened.
I guess if you say something is true and it's not true, that's a bit naughty. You know, but only if you're a historian.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I always saw you as an author, really, more than even a talk show host.
But I think CBS feels the same way.
Really?
I think I do, too. I think that, you know, if everything had to go away, then writing is what would save my mind, I think.
Yeah, I understand. And there's this great quote that I was using, which is, to create a book is to rebirth yourself. Not to go back to the baby coming out of my...
They know where it comes out.
Really, but it's a rebirth somehow.
It is. It's a very... in a weird way, it's a very kind of cleansing process, I think. It's like, it can be like that, or it can be like, you know, lancing a boil, depending on what you're writing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I've written stuff that I went, oh, I didn't know that was in me. I'm glad it's not in me anymore. Yeah.
But are you worried about your wife, kids, reading stuff that you've been through? I mean,
no, my wife and kids are beautiful, artistic people. They don't care about that kind of thing. And also they know me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's a difference between, you know, I think knowing an artist and knowing their work. You know, you don't know an artist because you know their work. You don't know somebody's... And look at Richard Wagner, one of the greatest composers ever, a complete tutti frutti. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, choose. You know.
I'm with you completely.
It's
but here's the thing: when they're teenagers and the friends start to Google your mom and she's naked on the internet, that's a little.
Yeah, but that'll pass, you know, and then he'll be like, then he'll realize just how cool you are, which is very cool indeed.
That's nice to say.
Maria Bello, everyone.